I've been playing Minecraft now for years. I've played in multiplayer worlds and on my own, but I've never done a let's play before. I've never created videos about it before. And one of the things I always said if I was going to make a let's play was that it would be short, sharp, to the point and punchy. None of this walking around and talking aimlessly business. So here's my very first let's play series that's going to be progress focused, lots of jump cuts, the odd time lapse when Bedrock finally allows that to happen. So this is my realm. It's been up for about a month. It's mainly just me on here, the odd person every now and again. Before I get into the let's play, I just wanted to do a 0.1 episode showing what's happened so far. So here we go. Here's my starter house. It did have storage, but I needed the chest. There's a little auto smelter. There was an enchantment set up here, but I stole it. From the roof I had a nice view of all these things that I hadn't built yet. Like these cows that swim when they have babies. The babies fall into this bottom section where they grow into adults, and then I burn them to death. I think that's called farming. This is also called farming in the semi-automatic fashion. These are just pumpkins. This is a cactus farm. Here's where the cactus is collected, all automatic. 16 different coloured sheep in the wool is harvested automatically. This is the outside of the monster tree farm. This is the inside of the monster tree farm. Here's a building that's too colourful, made out of concrete. On the inside, you'll find a concrete maker. These are the horse stables. Bless the horses. There's a gold farm. We'll come back to that. Auto chicken cooker. Wonder where these stairs go. They go up. Remember that smelter from earlier? There's a bigger one that rotates. This is a manual crop farm that was meant to be just for aesthetics, but actually is coming quite handy. There's that gold farm again. This is where you switch it on. Here's a switch that kills gold swords. These are called zombie lemmings. Here's the beginnings of a nether hub with a horse that's probably going to die in the next episode. And here we have the base for the industrial district. Here's a machine that forces prisoners to have babies that then become prisoners themselves. Here's a barbecue for iron columns and cats. This is what bamboo looks like when it's being harvested by a flying machine. Here's the incomplete end portal. That'll be a good episode later. And this is a mine at y equals 11, otherwise the game's just called Craft. This is the auto sorter that definitely needs expanding. There is another row, and here is the redstone for it. This is a memorial to the many lives lost in the Nether. I'd like to do more projects like this. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this very brief episode. If you're interested to find out what happens next, then yeah, keep an eye out for the next one. Thanks, see ya! Villagers. Notoriously difficult to work with, but usually worth it once you've got whatever you're building up and running, like the iron farm for example. And in the previous episode I may have said this: I will build a villager trading hall at some point. Maybe that's something that I'll do in the next episode, who knows. But I figured before we build a villager trading hall, really we need something to trade with them, like melons and pumpkins for example. So in this episode, let's make a melon and pumpkin farm. So I've got all my supplies, I think, but an industrial farm needs to be built in the industrial district. I'm going to be using a design that's by Silent Whisperer. I'll stick a little link to his tutorial down in the description, so check it out if you fancy building this for yourselves. But yeah, for now, to the nether. So now we're in the industrial district next to the iron farm, and I'm thinking just here for the melon and pumpkin farm, but I need to find a chunk because it needs to be chunk aligned. So let me do some quick maths and find somewhere good. Found it, dug out the perimeter for the chunk, so yeah, this should work. It needs to be a chunk because we're going to use a hopper minecart collection system, and they're not so reliable when it comes to going across chunk borders. This is all within one, fill this in, this is all within one chunk. Now we've found our chunk, I need to get rid of the remnants of this rail system that I used to transport the villagers from the breeder to the iron farm. So let me quickly take that down. Okay, that's gone. Time to just dig this area out now that we can build vertically up. Yeah, I need this to be flattened a bit so that I can put the right blocks in the right places. Job done. Next phase. Now that the chunk is mapped out, I know what space we've got to work with. And this is in range of the AFK point at the iron farm. On closer inspection, I actually did 17 by 17 instead of 16 by 16, so I've corrected that now. And now there's a platform for our rails to go on. And a campfire with food that I absolutely will never need. Collection system done. Well, almost done. And there's the first row of observers in place. This is a very repetitive process. Observer, block, observer, block, observer, block. You get the idea. Uh-oh. And here come the last of the pistons, which are significantly easier to place than the observers. I really hope that I've done this right. I really do. No, I didn't. Also, I didn't prep my materials list properly, so I've run out of pistons. And I need some more melon seeds, so I'll just grab some from the farm. Ah, no melons. This is why I didn't need that campfire. I also missed a hoe off of my materials list, so let me just check in here and see if I put it. I know I've got a diamond one somewhere. Nope. Nope. No. When in doubt, make a new one, and the old one will turn up when you don't need it anymore. I'm still waiting for those melons to grow, so while I'm waiting for that, let me just use this farm to get some wheat so that I can breed the cows, because you know that I'm going to need leather later on. The planting of the seeds. This I definitely wish that I could automate. Come on, melons. Come on, melons. Nope. I definitely should have prepped better for this. Just killing time, feeding some cows. I will be grateful for this when I need books later though. Let's have a quick look at this chicken cooker. So baby chickens grow up, head hits lava, they get cooked, drop into this chest. Cooked chicken. Behind the scenes, these chickens lay eggs, they fall into that hopper, which gets dispensed into this dispenser at the front. This comparator reads out of that hopper, which puts a signal into that block, into that redstone, into that dropper, which is read by that observer behind it, which fires the dispenser, and then the chickens pop out at the front. Simples. Simples? Really? Quick check on the cactus farm. Not bad. By the way this cactus farm works is that these cactus can't grow more than one high, or when they do they get popped by these fence gates. Everything drops into the water and feeds into that system. Turns out I had the seeds I needed in a chest. What a waste of time. Progress update, we're back in the industrial district. I've got the slabs in place for the water to be waterlogged into, and I'm just going through and tilling these one by one and then doing rows of pumpkins, then melons, then pumpkins, then melons. These green grass blocks are here to show which rows have melons on them, and then pumpkins alternate, obviously. It sounds like a simple task, but I keep making mistakes. And we have all of the seeds in place. That layer is now, I hope, complete. All these observers need redstone, which is another repetitive task. And now we need to place blocks between each of these bits of redstone on top of all of the pistons so that they fire when the redstone is activated. One of the downsides to playing on a console is when you've got to aim at a 1 pixel area to place a block. I need to place a block just there, just there. Oh, come on. This went on for longer than I'd care to admit. Need to place a block just there. So we've got our base, we've got our rows, we've got our actual grass layer that's got all of the seeds on it that's tilled and hydrated. Then we've got a layer of observers and pistons, and on top of that is the layer of redstone. We're almost there. I've run out of jack-o'-lanterns. Now we've got our minecart unloader in place, which is this system here, so that minecart should just come here and then drop off whatever it picks up. And I've started the on-off switch, but I still need 2 jack-o'-lanterns. Block, 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 block. Put a glass board around the outside to catch any drops, and ooh, our first melons, it's working! So pretty much everything's in place now, and the reason that we've got this on-off switch is to stop these from growing, because we don't want to have too much lag on the realm. So you flick this switch, it sends a signal up this tower of torches, and it basically just puts the pistons in place so that nothing can grow there, and that hopefully will prevent any lag on the server, fingers crossed. And final redstone checks, just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. I'm missing something. These pistons should have fired, and I don't know why they're not. So the redstone torch tower's good. Repeater, block redstone, block, jack-o'-lantern. That's why it's not working. I have a farm that produces pumpkins that's not going to work until it produces a pumpkin. While I was waiting for a pumpkin, I may have got slightly distracted. I just love it. It's so satisfying watching this thing shoot off, chop down all that bamboo, and then come back again. Absolutely love it. And it's usually at this point that I get nervous in case it doesn't come back, but oh, it looks good. Yep, happy days. I waited a long time for this pumpkin. Anyway, now I've got my jack-o'-lantern, pop that in there, pop a repeater on top of it on 4 ticks, and that should, yeah, that should do the trick. Let's just flick this switch, and looks promising, looks good. Yep, happy with that. Well, that's not good. Why? Repeater, redstone, dust, block, repeater, block, redstone, dust, block, repeater, block, redstone, dust, block, repeater. Well, that's not the problem. Maybe there's a pattern to the issue. Let me just go up here and have a look. So it's right, it's every other piston, which means that it's every other block, and all the inside ones are done, so it's only on the outside. As much as it's frustrating that this isn't working, this is part of the game that I enjoy. It's figuring out why these things don't work, and then figuring out a way to make them work. This was a silly mistake with a very quick fix, and it took me ages to find it, but I did find it. Now I've put down some extra redstone dust, and yes, it's working. Okay, so they're all functioning properly. Just have a quick look around the outside, just in case I've missed anything else. I don't want to say that it's done, but it looks pretty good. Alright, let's take this down, let's go for it and see what we can see. So now if I turn the farm on, all those repeaters should retract, and that farm should now be fully operational, collection system and all. Success, it's working. That's just produce melons and pumpkins automatically in the background for as long as I'm in the area or AFKing at the iron farm. So we've got this farm, the iron farm, the bamboo farm, and I plan to build a sugarcane farm and a mob farm. We're going to need storage for this. So let's grab some materials. I've lost my horse. I've spent most of this episode just searching for things, haven't I? There you are. So I'm thinking just underneath the iron farm for the storage in this area here, and I'll yeah, dig out. I've got an idea for what to do with this border with the water, and I'm going to put some stuff in place first and just see if that works. Yeah, and we can always make it bigger by digging down and putting more chests in. I just want to make sure we've got enough chests of variety to begin with. So this layer that I'm standing on will be the roof, so I just need to expand this out to its full size, and just to give me an idea of what the structure is going to look like. And this guy's holding a trident, which I want to see if I can just get. I've got my looting 3 sword, because that will come in handy later for any additional trident killing machines. And Did we get a trident? Did we get a trident? Brilliant, alright. That'll come in handy later. Now with the roof in place and a rough outline of the structure, I need to get rid of just the perimeter so that I can fill it up with glass on the water side and bricks on the land side. So I'm just going to do these two sides of glass, so that goes all the way around on the river side. Progress update, the glass is done. I need to run back for some more materials, but we've been in the area, so let's just have a quick look and see how this is getting on. Not bad, just working passively in the background. So I'm just going to build up these walls. These will be the interior walls once I dig out all of the dirt over here to my right. And I'm just going for this mix of stone bricks, half stone slabs and some polished andesite, just to give it that industrial feel. With the glass in place and the walls in place, I can now get rid of this water before I dig this entire section out. And once that section is dug out, these glass walls will just give a nice view into this river, which I think would be quite nice on two sides. But you'll still have the walls on the other two sides to give it that industrial feel. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm not a builder, so this might not work out as wonderfully as I would like. But yeah, time to start digging. I'm so looking forward to spectator mode for Bedrock so that I can do these as third person instead of first person time lapses. Progress update, we have a floor. So I think initially we're going to go for 3 chests high and we'll have 3 chests of 4 bays. So 3 4s is 12, 12 times 3 is 36, 36 twice is 60, 72, so I need 72 chests. Yeah, hence the wood. Flying machine, bamboo, sunset. So here's a quick rough sketch of the storage system. So this is where the chests are going to go. These are going to be 3 high, and then obviously all of the sorting system behind it, because I want only certain things going into certain chests. They'll go up to this top level, and I think this is going to be enough. If I just work it out, I mean, of all the different items you're going to get from these farms, I think 12 different types should be enough. So let me just fill this in and then come back to you with a status update. And here's the update. There's the chests. Oh, and I stuck a glass ceiling in here as well, just to give us a bit of extra protection. And then I realised that I'd made a bit of a mistake. I had to do a bit of a redesign because it occurred to me that these chests need to be one lower, because around the back, for the sorting system to work, I need to be able to put a block coming off of the back of these chests with a comparator coming out of it, with a hopper going into that, and then the actual hopper line running along the top that is the input. And I just didn't have the 2 block high, and I can't dig up because I've got the mechanism there for the bamboo farm. So yeah, here I just need those extra bits of space, extra couple of blocks, just to run that hopper line across the top. But by digging it down, I think that I've solved that problem. And I've run out of hoppers, and normally that would be a problem, but thank God for this iron farm. This, like the storage system, is just one of those things that I build as early as possible, because I have to have hoppers for so many of the builds that I do. Quick progress update. I've had to go and grab some more blocks for the scaffold, well, not the scaffolding, for the structure for the redstone behind here, but I'm just putting in the torches. I've got the 3 blocks across the top for the comparator and the redstone to go across. I've got the comparator with the hopper coming out of it, so I just stick these redstone torches just to lock the hoppers, which then get unlocked when the comparator pushes a signal into them. I think that's how it works. I don't know, I'm just copying someone else's design. I can't remember whose. This is one of the designs that's just as old as I've been using this for years. Okay, I've done a quick aesthetic change just to make that look a little bit nicer by dropping those upside down stairs down, and the redstone at the back is pretty much done. I don't think there's anything that I've missed. This should work fine. I need to put placeholder objects into these hoppers. I need to run a hopper line across the top actually just for the input, but I think aside from actually hooking the farms up to this storage system, I think we're pretty much done. And the last of these hoppers, oh, get out of my way, block. This last one for the input, and that pretty much does it for now. Once again, I've thoroughly enjoyed making this video. I really hope that you enjoyed watching it. If you've got any suggestions or comments, leave them in the comments down below. But for now, I'm out. See ya! There are a lot of updates for this game. One of my favourites so far is definitely the Better Together update, because it really is better together. In this episode we're joined by a new realm member, Graveyard Rose, and we'll go through the beginning of his journey on the server. We'll also hook him up to the Nether Hub and do a bit more work there as well. So let's get into it. The Nether project is going to be one of those that's ongoing. I know we did an episode on this recently, but this one we make a lot of progress. This isn't so much his starter base, it's just a base to start from. His plan is to push the boat out, as it were, and build underwater. Being a good neighbour, I welcomed him with some gifts. What I didn't know is that he'd already made a friend and the friend got jealous. On his first day, he managed to tame a skelly horse, which he promptly then got stuck in a hole. We spent some time getting him some decent enchanted gear. And when I say some time, I mean we were there for quite a while. Then we had a quick world tour and tried out some of the farms and other redstone contraptions. It was quite satisfying seeing someone else use the gold farm and all of these zombies lemmings going down into this tube. Later on we realised that he wasn't getting all the XP that he needed, so we designed a diversion tube so we could create another kill chamber with a trident in it. Actually, figuring out the redstone for this was a lot of fun. We went with a 2-piston system, one to block off the original kill chamber and another to release a new water source to push them into the secondary kill chamber. We were pretty proud of ourselves actually. Then we went on a bit of an adventure and we tackled 2 ocean monuments quite successfully, and then we may have done the Ender Dragon, but that will all be in the next episode. And once we returned from our adventures, now 2 seasoned successful warriors, Graveyard Rose carried on working on his base. This is 1/4 of his underwater dome. To see the Ender fight and the ocean monuments, keep an eye out for the next episode, but for now, let's get back to the Nether. First things first, I need to prep all of my concrete, and the concrete maker is the best way to do that by far. I'd like it to look as though we're on a different planet and it's a habitat set up, like on Mars or something like that. This is what I had in mind, white pillars with the grey concrete at the back, and I've got to clear out this entire area. I want it to go all the way around the walls, but yeah, there is a lot to clear out, so if I just pop through here and just show you, all of this has got to come down. And I'll have this going, as I say, all the way around the outsides. Let me just pop through and unload some of my inventory, and then I'll carry on and give you a progress update in a sec. Very quick update, I've got some more of the walls in, a little bit of the flooring, and I've cleared out a little bit more space, just more of a perimeter down there. But there is still a lot more that needs to be done. So I figure I need to get the floors in place first, but I can't lie, I am terrified. Anything could happen at any moment. There could be a magma cube, there could be a ghast, and if I fall off here, I've taken a potion of, what's the potion? A potion of fire resistance just in case, because I could get knocked off this ledge at any second by any, oh, run! I really don't want to get hit by a fireball and get knocked into that lava. Where are you? Where have you gone? Oh, there are 2 of them. There are 2 of them, maybe they're related. Oh, there you go, there's one. Come on, come out of hiding. Where are you? There you are. Come on, take me on. There you go. So yes, as I was saying, if I can get the floor in first, at least that will give me a little bit of security, and then I can build the walls up around it and then put a ceiling over the top of it. And then it's just a case of mining out that big part in the middle, I think. And when I say mining out that big part in the middle, let me just show you what I mean. So just around here, this is going to be kind of the perimeter. All of this needs to go, all of this basalt as well. This is going to be the far edge, so I'll put walls along the right side here, but all of this needs to come out. This is the part that we worked on previously. Yeah, and everything along that corridor as well needs to come out, so it'll be one big flat open area ideally. Well, you're in a bit of a pickle, aren't you? You're not going anywhere. But I can't take this wall down now, that's a slight problem. Progress update, things are going well, so I'm about halfway done. I've got the slabs down, all lower half slabs down. I've mined out about half of it. I still need to mine out the rest of that wall all the way back, and then I intend to just fill in this wall with glass that you can see out into the Nether. I just need to have a bit of free space with no more. Whoa, oh, where did you see that? Oh my god, oh dear. I haven't got my fire resistance potion on. That might be a problem. There are lots of them. Oh no, leave me alone, leave me alone, it's not going well. Oh, once again, yes, there may have been a hint of panic in my voice in that clip. Right, come on, pull yourself together. Fire resistance potion, is there on your hotbar? Go on, there we go. Right, now I can take you on, but I'm not. I'm going to run away like a man. How can something so small be so terrifying? I can tell you why. It's because there are many of them. Let me get them with a a ranged attack. Oh, missed. A ranged attack, that might be the safer way forward. Off you go, off the edge. Oh, look at them. After taking a moment to put my heart back into my chest, I got back to work. I've decided that I might need some more fire resistance potions because I have run out, so yeah, better safe than sorry. Let me just brew some of those up quickly. I've also run out of half slabs as well, so I'm going to quickly just smelt some of these up in this. This is an amazing contraption. I think this was a silent whisperer contraption. It's a rotating super smelter. It's pretty cool. I'll try and remember to leave a link to his tutorial down in the description so you can build this for yourself. I just found some ancient debris. I thought it was some blackstone and it's not. I can't believe it. I didn't even know that it occurred on this level. I thought you had to be below the lava lakes to get it. Who knew? I am so pleased that I made those fire resistance potions. The more I'm putting these blocks in, the more I'm liking the look of it. This grey and this white concrete just work really well together, I think. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not a builder, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm enjoying it. I'm liking the look of this as it's coming along, and it's quite easy to make as well. 4 greys, 1 white pillar. 4 greys, 1 white pillar. That's it. So all the pillars are in place, but I've run out of concrete, so yeah, I'm going to leave this project here for now. It's definitely one of those that we'll come back to. In the background there behind me, you can see Graveyard Rose. We're off to take on some ocean monuments, and then I think we're going to end up doing the end, so you'll catch that in the next episode. But for now, I'm out. See ya. This episode's all about monuments and the end. Not the end of the series, just the end of Dimension. We nearly called it Cow and Chicken. Why? Because for the monument section of this episode, we had a cow and a chicken with us, and it reminded us of this.
Mama had a chicken. Mama had a cow. Dad was proud. He didn't care how.
So we prepped for the ocean monument by making sure that we had potions of water breathing, potions of night vision, that we actually found a monument, that we had enough blocks to build a base on top of it, stick some beds down so that we had somewhere to respawn, we had TNT, we had redstone to ignite the TNT, and we had slime blocks, because you can break slime blocks even when you've got mining fatigue on, which was going to happen repeatedly. So we got a little safety platform set up so that we could respawn up here in case anything went wrong, making sure that we had access to our and because we'd prepped so flawlessly for this adventure, there was no requirement for either of us to go back to base to retrieve forgotten items, like beds. Yeah, that's a lie. So now we had our forward operating base in place, with beds to respawn at that we totally didn't forget, and we had potions for days. As everyone knows, the next thing that you have to do is admire this Elder Guardian as it twerks. Closely followed by blasting into the chamber using TNT, surrounding it by slime blocks, and using redstone to ignite it. After blasting our way into the chamber, we made light work of the Elder Guardian. Though proud of our heroic accomplishments, we did feel like that was a little bit too easy. Nonetheless, we were now officially warriors and proceeded on to our next kill. At the planning stage, we had a conversation about the different strategies that we might use to take down the Elder Guardian, but in the end we decided just to charge in and swing our swords. With 2 vanquished Elder Guardians under our belt, we went for the third and took him down with just as much ease as the last 2. We admired our wet sponges and then went on a quest for the fabled sponge room. After some time searching fruitlessly, we consulted the Minecraft guru and learned that not all monuments generate sponge rooms. So we pillaged the ocean monument for all of its sea lanterns and then went off on a quest to find a second. And so, accompanied by our trusty squires and we went in search of our next conquest. We found another ocean monument fairly quickly and got to work blowing a hole in the side of it. The first Elder Guardian, however, was rather elusive. He was hiding out in the outer rooms, and by the time I got there he was all but valiantly slain by this most noble of warriors. Just as we were giving up hope, we found the sponge room being guarded by the single guardian, which we quickly dispatched. However, this war was taking its toll on my mind and I forgot how to Minecraft. Before we left the ocean monument, we once again pillaged all of the sea lanterns for future use. We considered draining the ocean monuments, but we decided to leave that for another episode in the future. For now, we had something else planned. And then, I did the unforgivable. And so, as accomplished warriors and murderers of innocent creatures, we prepared for the end. So we made a list of all the things that we were going to need, including potions of slow falling, a forward operating base, golden apples, potions of regenerations, ender pearls to make the eyes of Ender, and some pumpkin heads. I spent several nights hunting phantoms for their membranes to make the slow falling potions, and then I put my degree from Hogwarts to good use. Graveyard Rose got to work on the golden apples, and before we knew it we had all of the items that we needed to take on the Ender Dragon. Filled with an overwhelming sense of confidence from our success in the ocean monuments, we prepared and went to battle. Placing the last Eye of Ender, we activated the end portal and we were ready. At first, disorientated in this strange new land, we got our bearings and then proceeded to staircase our way towards the dragon. The locals apparently had heard about my encounter with the dolphin and weren't happy about it. I looked for a balaclava to hide my identity, but I could only find this pumpkin. I dispensed of this dolphin Avenger and then decided that I couldn't see well enough through the pumpkin and decided I was going to take the risk. Before I removed the pumpkin, I wanted to get some safety barriers in place that we could hide under in the event that we were attacked by Endermen. Now that I was no longer blind, I got to work putting some more safety bars in while Graveyard Rose distracted the Enderman. And then, for a second time, we waged war. While Graveyard Rose continued to distract the Enderman, I took down the crystals one after the other after the other. I realised that I didn't have my ender pearls on me, so I equipped those in case I ended up in the void. I tried to get this one underneath the cage, but it just wasn't happening, and eventually an Enderman walked right in front of me, so I got scared and went and hid underneath the little lip. I had another go at the caged crystal with a bow and arrow, but then I realised that I was a warrior of the sword and not a master archer, so I changed tactics. So I chugged down my potion of slow falling and started to pillar up using scaffolding to get a better vantage point. Graveyard Rose had the Enderman distracted, which saved me a whole lot of trouble, but the Ender Dragon was absolutely relentless. He knocked me off, but I did a graceful, elytraless glide back to my scaffolding tower, determined to complete my mission. Whilst jumping for joy, I took aim at the crystal and fired. The crystal exploded, and now I had this vantage point to aim at all the other crystals. Only moments ago I'd learned that I was terrible with a bow, but I kept trying to fire anyway and kept missing until finally I got a shot on it that hit. Filled with a newfound confidence, I kept aiming at all of the other crystals and kept missing again. At this point I vowed to myself that, should we make it out of here alive, I'd build a target range and have some practice later on in the overworld. The dragon flew in front of me almost as if to taunt me, and that spurred me on and I hit the next crystal. Angered by that small victory, the dragon took a shot at me and knocked me off course as I was taking that shot, which definitely would have hit. But it was okay, I made the shot anyway. I took out the next crystal too, and then it dawned at me that we might actually do this, but then I had to get out of this dragon's breath very quickly. Good job I had potion of slow falling on. Figuring out my tactics, the dragon fired at me again and destroyed the scaffolding that I was on, but I had this golden apple to keep me topped up on health and the slow falling was still working. You'll notice an absence of Endermen chasing after me, so while I scaffold up this, Graveyard Rose was off camera somewhere, dealing with horde after horde of Endermen. I took out this caged crystal, knowing that I only had one more left. There's Graveyard Rose keeping the Enderman distracted so I can go after that last crystal. Graveyard Rose made the tactical decision to switch shelters just as the Ender Dragon was going for the last crystal to recharge. I got out my scaffolding and pillared up to the top as quickly as I could. Sensing its imminent defeat, the Ender Dragon took one last pop at me to try and stop me from taking down the crystal and destroyed all of the scaffolding that I'd just built. So I pillared my way back up again. Finally destroyed the end crystal. The dragon roared with rage to try and intimidate us, but it was unaware that we were two conquerors of monuments and one slayer of dolphins. We got underneath it and we swiped as hard as we could. As we were both now focused on the dragon, the Endermen were coming out in full force at both of us. While attacking an Enderman, I defended myself against an incoming dragon. To avoid carelessness, we made the decision to regroup under the safety of the little lip that we built earlier. After dispatching of the Endermen and with the dragon at 2/3 health, we went in for the next attack, but it fled like a coward. I attempted a ranged attack, but once again my archery skills let me down, so once the dragon came back down to perch, we went in with full force. While my fellow warrior took care of some Endermen, I recharged myself with a golden apple, ready to go in for the next attack. In the heat of the moment, I forgot how to aim with my sword, but it was okay because this hero swooped in and made up for my failures. During its final futile roar, I went in and swung my sword at the dragon for the last time. Victory was ours. We did, however, have our eyes set on two goals. Firstly, get some elytra, and secondly, get some shulker boxes. So we went to the outer islands of the End. In the future, we'll do a proper end busting mission and make a whole episode out of it, but for now, we just wanted to get in and out as quickly as we possibly could. We just wanted a couple of elytra and a couple of shulker boxes each, so we quickly whizzed round after getting the first elytra to find some more End City ships and grabbed ourselves 2 of each. But of course elytra means rockets, rockets means gunpowder, and gunpowder means creeper farm. But before I do any building, because we're going to be building up quite high, I need to make sure that I stick my mending books and unbreaking 3 books on my elytra so that it doesn't break on me and I fall out of the sky and die. So I've just picked myself up 3 mending books, and now I'm going to go down to the gold farm and see if I can't grab myself some unbreaking 3 books as well. Time for a time lapse. So there we go, that took a little while, but I now have mending and unbreaking 3 on both of these elytra, which should keep me going for now with a backup, which is quite nice. And I think this room needs a bit of decoration and better lighting than just torches all over the floor, so I'm just going to carry on sticking some more lanterns in here, which I think goes quite nicely, and I'll do something with the floor as well. I'm thinking some sort of border, maybe chiseled stone brick and some concrete in the middle, just to give it a bit of a nicer feel than what it is at the moment, because it's just all stone at the minute. But I tell you, placing these chains is a bit of a pain in the arse. You've got to get that 1 pixel by 1 pixel bit just on the bottom, on the underside of the chain to place the next one down, which is a bit of a pain. Now if we get rid of some of these torches, let's just see how well lit up it actually is in here, if these lanterns have done what we wanted them to do. Why can't I knock torches out? What's wrong with me today? Let's have a look. Last ones. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Might need to stick a few more in, just maybe extend this one down a bit. Oh, I've got to build up, haven't I? There we go. Let's just see how this looks. I don't know if this one's a little bit too low. I mean, I can walk through it, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'll just stick some more in this entranceway so I can get rid of these torches at the front, and then I'll get to work on the floor, I think. Yeah, I like it. It looks good. I think all the different levels of the lights makes it quite interesting and not all just flat and bland. But it's definitely better than those torches that we had before. I went ahead and did the floor, and I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I like it or not. I've got these chiseled stone bricks around the outside, which looks quite nice. I'm just not sure about the grey, or is it the white that I'm not sure about. I know it's uneven on this side because obviously that side has the steps going up, so you've got this nice sort of jagged edge going towards it. Whereas this one I haven't got that in place, and I kind of can't put that in place too much because that mending villager is there, so I might have to move him at some point. I might have to just move this back one and then come back to it later on and see if I have any inspiration. I think I'm going to leave this here for now. I know it's not even, I know it's not symmetrical, but there's something that I'm going to work on a little bit later. I think for now I want to get on this creeper farm, so I've cleared out my inventory, and let's go and crack on with that. We'll go through the Nether and head over to the industrial district. Now, like all the other big farms, I think the gunpowder farm needs to go over in the industrial district, but that gives me a good chance just to show you the work I've done off camera here in the Nether. I've expanded this quite a bit, got all of the concrete around the outside and the glass, which I think looks quite nice. I've still got a few walls to do, but it's now safe and secure and lit up, which is exactly what we were going for. Just like every other project that I've ever done prep for, I forgot something. Fish. Creepers will run away from cats if they're within 6 blocks, I think, and that might be a handy mechanic to try and make use of in this creeper farm. So I'm just going to grab some fish that I can tame some cats over at the iron farm, just in case I need them. You never know. I also realised that I didn't have enough wood for the trapdoors that I'm going to need, and you need trapdoors to reduce the block height. I think it's down to 1.8 or something like that instead of 2 blocks. So I'm just grabbing this wood, and I love this tree farm. It's so efficient. So I'm up here at y equals 193, and that's because I'm following a tutorial on a creeper farm by JC Plays. Now, he did 2, the first of which used mostly buttons, which is the first one that I saw, and I thought, yes, that's an easy creeper farm to make. But then the second one was using trapdoors, and I think that's because they changed the mechanics where creepers, or all mobs really, don't see buttons as full blocks and therefore won't try and walk over them. So you have to use trapdoors instead, which are significantly more expensive and require more wood. So I've got a feeling I'm going to be hunting for more wood at some point, but I do have a birchwood forest below me, so that should be alright. First things first, I want to get a trident killer in place. I'm using a trident killer as opposed to another form of killing the creepers when they fall down, because I want to be able to hold a looting 3 sword. I'm not worried about the XP. I want to hold a looting 3 sword and get the most amount of drops that I possibly can while I AFK here. So let's just put this in place and see what happens. Progress update. So I've got the main funnel and the main water platform in place. I've also put some storage down there at the bottom for any drops that may come out of this, so they'll fall down into this hole. The idea is that all of this area at the top here will be just water flowing in towards the middle hole, and then that's the AFK platform down there. And this is the way up. This is how high it is, so anytime I want to go up there, I've got to climb this scaffolding, which takes forever. I hope I don't forget too many things and have to go down there too often. Didn't bring enough water. Progress update. The first layer is complete, and I'm just waterlogging these stairs so that it has this water flow that pushes all of the mobs into the central killing chamber. And with that complete, it's time to get on with these spawning layers. I'm just putting in these trapdoors, and I'll just show you the buttons, as I said earlier, used to be able to allow mobs to walk over them thinking they were a full block and they'd fall off, but now it has to be trapdoors, so I'm just going to put all of those in place and I'll come back to you with an update. Things were going well, and then I ran out of trapdoors, so I've just gone out birch log hunting, and now I'm just going to make some more trapdoors, and then I'll get back up there, up that long scaffolding tower, and hopefully this will be enough. It wasn't. So I've done 2 layers now, and this is a good chance for me to just show you quickly how this all works. The idea is that the creepers will see these trapdoors as full blocks and fall through these holes like this, and the buttons will stop the spiders from spawning so that we get only creepers up here, because I want to make this as efficient as possible. So yeah, got to get to work on the next few layers. I think I'm going to do 5 or 6 layers in total. Progress update, the 3rd layer is complete, and I'm starting to get into a bit of a rhythm with it now, so it's actually going quite quickly. And that is layer number 4. If I just show you, if I can, I'll open up this trapdoor and just show you what, oh dear. Yeah, anyway, 4 layers complete. And when I said earlier about trapdoors being used to reduce the height from 2 blocks to 1.8 or whatever it was, this is what I meant. So the creepers can only spawn under these trapdoors, and nothing else is going to spawn there, because skellies and zombies are all higher, taller. I've got to stop doing that. Creepers can spawn in these spaces, but skellies and zombies can't, is the basic point that I'm trying to make. And I've run out of wood again, so I'm going to need to go and collect some wood to make some more trapdoors so I can get back up there and finish putting those on every single layer. And that's it, all the layers are complete. They've all got trapdoors on the undersides, they've all got trapdoors around the edges, trapdoors in the holes, and I think now it's time to put the roof in. And I will need to put some trapdoors on the underside of the roof as well, so that the top spawning layer is limited to creepers only. But I've got to put these L shapes in the corners and then work my way around. So yeah, this is going to take a lot of blocks. I'll be back in a sec once I've done that. Oh, it's working! This creeper's just spawned. Just put on the trident killer, and yeah, there we go. That should give us our first bit of gunpowder, fingers crossed. And now I just need to slab off the entire roof so that we don't get any spawns up here and we get the best efficiency in the farm. Last line of slabs, and that should do it. Well, we do have creepers spawning, but they're taking their time about falling off of the edge. It's not giving me quite the spawn rates that I was hoping for, and I don't know why that is. I'm really high up, so it can't be any spawns around the area. Maybe they're just not being killed quick enough. I do wonder if it's just that they're not falling through. Yeah, I wonder if the trapdoors was the right way to go. Maybe I should have gone with a flushing system instead. There just aren't any creepers volunteering to come and be massacred by this trident killer for their gunpowder. Huh. This is like half an hour worth of AFK time, and I've got 20 gunpowder in there, 23 gunpowder. It's not really good enough. I need more. So I'm trying to find a good spot to AFK, but if I'm this distance away, that creeper just does not want to move. It spawns, but it just doesn't fall off the edge. I mean, they are up there. They're just not coming down. I might need to build another creeper farm. Oh, I might need to build another creeper farm. Let me just get a little bit closer, see if they move. Oh man. So at this point, things are not going particularly well. I've spent all this time building a farm that isn't working. And then it occurred to me, I'd made preparations for exactly this sort of thing. Cats! I have an iron farm that produces cats, and I went fishing earlier. Let me try that. If I stick a cat in a boat on each of the layers, I wonder if the creepers will run away from them and that'll entice them to fall down the holes and improve the spawn rates. Let's see. There you are. Right, come on, come to me. Come and have this nice delicious fish. Yeah, you can smell it. Come on. Oh, you're pretty. Big blue eyes. Come on. First fish. First fish. Yeah, there you go. Right, let's get you up there and see. Oh, how am I going to get you up there? Well, they teleport up here, so that's something. So if I just build a platform out, he'll follow me. And then it should be a case of... Son of a... I suppose that's the dangers of building a creeper farm. So let me just quickly rebuild this and yeah, get back to these cats. Wow, that creeper really did some damage. Oh man, all of those trapdoors are gone. I imagine all the buttons are gone as well. That's not good. If I can just land up here, can I land? No, that was the same platform that I just took off of. Man, look at that button just floating there. Okay, repairs are done. I've got 3 cats in place, and I'm just going to change my render distance down to 4 if I can. I think this only goes down to 6. Let's have a look. Because the way that spawning works, yeah, 6 is the minimum. The way that spawning works, so now they should spawn between a 20. He spawned? Is he running towards the cat? Oh, that's not good. Oh dear. He doesn't even care. This farm isn't going to work, is it? Take him out, see if another one... Oh, nearly shot my cat. Take him out, see if another one spawns, and... Oh, might just have to give up and build a different type of farm. Should have gone with a flushing system. Right. Yep, let's build a flushing system one. So it's now for me the next day, and I thought before I go and build an entirely new farm, let me just check and see how this did in an AFK session overnight. But as you saw, not very well. That was what, 4 and a bit stacks of gunpowder, which is nowhere near enough for what we want to do. You can blow through that so quickly. It's just not going to do it, is it? This is not the right farm to achieve what we want to achieve. So, yeah, I know I said it yesterday, but I'm saying it again. It's time to build another farm. So this farm is going to be by Shulkercraft. It's actually a Java farm, but I'm pretty sure that I can adapt it for the Bedrock spawning mechanics. But of course, I need to grab myself some more slabs. This video is getting pretty long, so I think I'm going to do this one as a speed build. Water platform outline, with water in place. There's the first and second spawning platforms in place, and the redstone clock is in place underneath to fire all of the dispensers. Now we've got a number of layers in place, and yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident about this one. I'm hoping this is going to work a little bit better. Time for the roof. Hello Birch Forest, it's me again. I've come to destroy you because I've run out of trapdoors again. I've had deja vu so many times building this. It's ridiculous, but at least this one I don't have to do them every other block. This one, it's just cover the whole lot in trapdoors and be done with it. And pop in the water bucket, and hopefully that should fire. Yeah, there we go. Does that go all the way to the edge? Brilliant. Easy peasy. And before I put the roof in, I'm just going to make sure that all of these are firing, which it looks like they are. They're not in sync, but I don't think that matters. I think that should be fine. But if it is a problem, I can always take the buckets out and put them back in afterwards. Yeah, no, let's get on with the roof. With the farm now fully built, it's time to test it. Okay, so all in all this has taken me a couple of hours to build. I've skipped through it as quickly as I can because we've kind of built one of these already. You get the idea, but now I just need to find the right AFK spot. And with my render distance on 6 chunks, I can be anywhere within 24 to 128 blocks, I believe. I might need to go down and light the caves up underneath here, possibly. Yeah, let's see what happens when I AFK here for about half hour, see how many drops I get. It wasn't many, but this might be why. I'm in quite close proximity to this farm as well, so this might be within the spawning sphere. So I might just have to go up and light everything up, I think. Let's just see if I can land in here. Oh, just about. Took some damage. Right, let's light this up so that nothing spawns up here. I might release the cats. I might just leave them up here as a memento to this failed attempt at a creeper farm. I couldn't leave them up there. I couldn't do it. They don't deserve to be down here. You had one job, cats, and you failed. And I still wasn't getting the spawning rates that I was hoping for, but I did find this huge cave system underneath. Oh, there we go. That's why. Boom. Yeah, I found this huge cave system underneath, so I'm just going to sprint through and light this up as quickly as I can, and hopefully that'll increase the rates. So after lighting up the caves, I've spent about an hour up here at this top AFK platform. I've just come up here just to show you where it is, but I've been down and I've checked and there were 0 drops. So the last one was y equals 190. This platform here with the cats on it is at y equals 150. Yeah, again, I've just come back up here after checking down there and there are no drops once again. Good news, this is y equals 101. That's 25 blocks above the spawning platforms. Yeah, let me show you. I mean, I've only been up here for about 45 minutes while I went off and did a few little bits and bobs, but it works. It spawns creepers. We might even see some. Yeah, look. Oh my! I feel like this has just been one of the longest projects that I've worked on in a long time. Having to build 2 creeper farms just to get to this level where we're actually getting gunpowder. It's been tricky, but it's worth it, because those creepers, they're slowly dying, but they are dying, and I'm getting the spiders as well. But do you know what? It is what it is. I'm not even going to cry about that. I'm just happy to be getting gunpowder in the first place. As I said, this is about half hour, 45 minutes worth of AFKing, so I can live with that. I can make rockets out of that. We might even be able to get a rocket shop up, as we've got a couple of members on the server now, which is quite cool. I'm so relieved that this works. I was so worried for a moment there that neither of these farms were going to work properly, and it was just about getting the right distance for the AFK platform. That was all that it was. Let's get rid of these platforms that didn't work, and I will take down that other creeper farm at some point, but probably not in this video. That might have to be for the next video. Just to clarify, JC Plays, fantastic Minecrafter, fantastic YouTuber, and I'm sure that, you know, this farm would have been brilliant at one point, but in this particular instance it didn't work. But I love the guy. He makes some brilliant tutorials. He's got a wither tutorial that I'm planning on doing at some point, because it's time for us to get some nether stars and some beacons, I think. So yeah, no disrespect to him whatsoever. Fantastic YouTuber, really talented Minecrafter, but on this occasion that farm just didn't do it, and it was purely because it depends on the creepers to fall through the holes, which means that you need to be within a certain distance that allows them to move about, so they don't just stop moving, but also far enough away from everything else so that you don't get spawns in other areas. It's quite a niche position that you've got to be in. Oh, that's good. We don't have to go all the way up to that top AFK platform as well. We've only got to come up to this little one, which is quite nice. Yeah, I might just AFK here for a bit and see if I can get the gunpowder stocks up for a little while. So I've sorted myself out. I have my own personal stash of rockets now, which is nice, so I won't have to worry about that for a while. Yeah, and then next I think we'll get a shop up on the server. That'll be pretty cool. Something else about this being the height of the AFK platform, it actually runs the iron farm at the same time. So as long as I'm here getting gunpowder, I'm also getting iron, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, we should see one spawn at any moment now, fingers crossed. There we go. Yes, we get iron, we get gunpowder, and that's pretty cool. So I'm going to AFK here for a time. Thanks much for watching. It's been one of my longer videos. I've really enjoyed making it, even though it has been a little bit frustrating. And that's me. See ya, I'm out. You can never have too many diamonds. You could always go out mining for diamonds, I suppose. Or you could build a shop. And like any shop, you must have supply and you must have demand. And with the elytras now available to us, the thing that's in demand is rockets, which is good really, because we just built a gunpowder farm. Actually, we built 2 gunpowder farms, but this one needs to come down, and I think that'd be good in the form of a time lapse. And for the first time ever, we can actually do a third-person time lapse. Awesome, so now that that's done and out of the way, we've got a bit of prep to do for an upcoming project. We went and did the ocean monuments, and we really want to get our hands on a renewable source of sea lanterns. So the next step for us is going to be to clear out an ocean monument. But to make that happen, we need to collect a load of sand. I think it works out we need 80 something stacks to be able to do it, but we've got shulker boxes now, so we're just going to go and make a start on that and head over to this desert and see if we can't get our hands on a significant amount of sand. This is definitely going to be an incremental project, so while Graveyard Rose is working up there building a nether portal, I'm just going to clear out the rest of the sand, and I'm going to go and hook that up to the nether hub. Yeah, not bad. That's about 20 minutes worth of mining, so not too bad at all. So I've done a lot of work in the nether recently, so I did a lot of this off camera. I've now got this slab pathway going all the way up to where the nether portal needs to be, and I'm just going to make it safe quickly before I actually build the nether portal at the other end. Just going to make sure that this nether portal has been built. Yes, it has. Okay, so that's good. Progress is slow because these guys are absolutely relentless. So the glass is in, the roof is in, and now I'm just lighting it up so that nothing spawns in here and we can travel down here quite safely. I don't want to use up all the sea lanterns, but at the same time they do work so well. It's such a nice light block to work with. So one there, one there, one there. I know I'm not measuring these out block by block. These are only rough, but they should do the trick of keeping it safe. Well, the lights are all in place, so I'm just building the portal at the end here, and then I'll pop through and just make sure that this does hook up the way that we want it to. Alright, moment of truth. Let's give it a go. Looks promising. Yeah, there we go. Exactly where we want it to be. And I was asked just to put a sign up to let everyone know that it's safe to use this portal. They can go through to the other side without any massive dangers. We haven't actually got any signs in the nether to point anyone in the right direction, and as it's becoming a bit of a proper hub now, I suppose we kind of need to have some direction going on. And the path behind you goes to the desert. There we go, that's that one done. And really, if we're going to start a shopping district, we should point people in the direction of it as soon as possible. We'll get those diamonds flowing in. Time to get ready for the rocket shop build. For the rocket shop itself, we're going to need some white concrete and red concrete, because I actually want to build it in the shape of a rocket. I've never done that before. Could be an interesting project, trying to push my building skills a little bit. And I spent some time scouting out a few locations, but I think where the starter house is right in front of the nether portal that is now the shopping district nether portal, I think it's time for the starter house to come down. It served its purpose, I loved it, but you know, got to move on, got bigger and better things to work on. So yeah, I'll pull this down and I think I'll build it right here. Oh, it's like the end of an era. This is harder than I thought it was going to be. I mean, just getting started is difficult, trying to get the right pattern in place. I'm going for this kind of zigzag. I don't want it to look like a lighthouse, that's important. I don't want it to look like a lighthouse, I want it to look like a rocket. It might be a short fat rocket, but it'll be a rocket. That one, then that's one up by one, so that one needs to be a red one. Okay, yeah, see, that works. And then here, yeah, see, that one needs to be a red one. It's just one block at a time, and it should all come together, hopefully, fingers crossed. Progress is slow, but I've got one wall kind of completed, and I do like it. I like the zigzag pattern, and it's not looking too lighthouse-esque, to be honest. So yeah, I'm going to carry on with this and see how I get on. This is frazzling my brain. I just can't get my head around it. I've just popped into the nether to get some more supplies from the base, and Graveyard Rose has been working on his nether portal corridor, and it's looking really good. He's gone for like an aquatic theme, so I think that's the sky above us and the sea below us, and I don't know, maybe the green is seaweed or something. Progress update. Progress has been made. Yeah, I got into a bit of a flow with it. I've even got the roof started now, which I think I'm just going to go for these red central parts coming up to meet in the middle, surrounded by the white. But yeah, as you can see, the inside's looking good. It's got that zigzag pattern that we're looking for. It's not a perfect rocket, but yeah, for a first attempt, I'm not going to beat myself up too much. So yeah, let me get this roof finished, and then we'll stock it up. Quick reveal, and there we go. I said it might be short and fat, and it certainly is. It almost looks like a tent. However, my first rocket, not going to cry about it. I've even done the glass panes on the top to make it look like it's got that pointy thing that rockets have. I totally know what that's really called. So let me get rid of this scaffolding, and we'll get some actual rockets in there to start selling them on. Oh, I've got to do the floor as well. Yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with myself actually. We have the first of hopefully many shops up on the server, which is quite nice. And I'm quite impressed with this as a design. I know I'm blowing my own trumpet a little bit here, but yeah, I've never really done anything like this before, so I'm going to put that one in the win column. The last episode that I made, the Creeper Farm one, was particularly long, so I'm going to keep this episode nice and short and end it here. But I've really enjoyed building this. I've enjoyed working with different block palettes of my usual stone slabs and stone bricks and such. So yeah, we're going to leave this one here. Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep an eye out for the next one. Cheers, see ya. Something terrible has happened. Oh no, this can't be good. Oh, this can't. Oh, Mendelssohn. Mendelssohn, is that you? Oh, Mendelssohn, you're out. I've hit. I'm sorry. Oh. I need to confine you something. Boats? Any boats? Ah, this is why I should sort out my storage better. Come over here. Come away from this. Give me time to look through these chests. Ah, Mendelssohn, I'm so sorry. How did this happen to you? Right, come over here. Come to this lovely boat. Come on. Don't worry. I've got the cure. Don't you? Well, I think I've got the cure anyway. You! What are you doing in there? Oh, you cheeky. Ah, Mendelssohn. Now that I think about it, that floor was difficult to do because Mendelssohn was in the way, and if we can move Mendelssohn over here maybe, I mean, could we turn this into a villager trading hall? I don't, no, I don't think so. No, let's just get Mendelssohn fixed and then move him over there, and then we might be able to do something with that floor a little bit later. Have I got, come on, weakness, 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 yes, love it. Maybe this isn't so terrible, so I'll be forced to move him, which is a good thing anyway. But also, mending books for a book and an emerald? That can't be bad, can it? Maybe this is just a blessing in disguise. Mendelssohn, I'm sorry for your pain and for your sacrifice, but yeah, this might work out quite well for me. Any second now, there you go. Hey buddy, welcome back. Welcome back to the side of the light and the living. Right, let's get you in here. Get you a bit better protected. I don't know how that zombie could have spawned in here, to be honest. Maybe these lights aren't as wonderful as I would have. Oh, boats are so slow. Yeah, maybe these lights aren't as good as I had hoped. There you go. You're in there. You can sleep. You've got your workstation. You're fine. I shall come to you when I need mending books, but for now we've got things to be getting on with. We've got quite a few farms over at the industrial district, so yeah, we built a storage system for it, but we haven't actually hooked it up, and I'm thinking that it'd be quite cool to use some green concrete, almost like a Super Mario Brothers style tube that the plants come out of. I think that might be pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. Before we get into that, let's see what else has been going on in the realm. Let's have a look at Graveyard Rose's base. Whoa. He's been busy. This is so cool. Oh, I love the lava down the middle. Wow. Oh, this is cool. It's got bubble columns going up and down. View outside of the squid. I love the sea lanterns around the outside. Oh, I love it. It's brilliant. What's down here? This way must be down. Yeah. A pyramid of chests. Oh, that looks dark and scary down there. Oh. This is brilliant. Nothing in them. Ah, that's so cool. There was a sign that said Ocean Monument in the Nether Hub, and I've come over here, and this is really cool as well. So this is where the Nether Hub, the Ocean Monument, not the Nether Hub, the Ocean Monument was that we took on, and it looks like to make his base, he's cleared out loads of it. We're planning on turning this, I think this one into a Guardian farm. Oh, it's absolutely ruined, isn't it? Oh, he's done so well here. Oh. Poor dolphin. I'm not going to make that mistake again. We remember what happened last time. This is so satisfying. Just that breaking glass sound, all the snow falling, and you just rip through it so quickly, other than the block lag. Oh, I love it. So we've got the ice. We're going to need some cactus as well for the green dye. Let's have a look. This isn't as efficient as I would have liked, but yeah, at least we have got cactus to work with. So first thing I need to do is just put some filler blocks into this storage system to make sure that it does auto sort. I'm really not sure what order we're going to put all of the items in yet. I might just put these fillers in and then let all the items flow in and they can go in their own natural spots perhaps. It's been a while since my last clip, an hour, hour and a half, something like that, and in that time I've installed this water stream and this green tower. I just wanted to get a design in place before I did any recording, and I think I'm happy with it. So I've got like this green concrete around the outside with the glass going up the middle, and if we come over here you can see that this is the melon and pumpkin farm, and all of the items will pop up into this item elevator along this ice path, and yeah, it should all just flow down towards the green. I don't know what to call this. Is it like a green silo or a green collector? I really don't know. But yeah, I've got to finish this off. They fall down into these hoppers, which then lead straight into the storage system, which is over there. Yeah, and I'll link up obviously the bamboo farm. I'll link up the mob farm, the creeper farm. Yeah, let's see. I think it's coming together quite nicely. I really wanted to use green concrete for this, but at the same time I wanted to get the glass in there as well. I don't know why I didn't think about just placing the concrete powder and then pouring water over it earlier. I'm way more than halfway done with this. Yeah, not my smartest moment, but I suppose I know for next time. Yeah, this is so much easier than making concrete in the concrete maker. When you're building vertical things like this, it is, at least. As long as I don't wash away my torches down the bottom. This one should get both of these, and this final one, there we go. Cool. Alright, then everything can just feed into this. Nice. Let's get the dropper in place for the melons and pumpkins, and then we can hook up the other farms. So I've made some progress over here. It's not pretty, but it does the job, and it's going to be underground and hidden anyway, so I'll just light it up so that there's no chance of mob spawning under here and affecting my mob cap or anything like that. And hopefully when I place this, that should start firing out all the melons and pumpkins. Yeah, there we go. Might block it off so that it doesn't disappear over the edge. Brilliant, and now they should make their way over to the central collection system. But they're not. Let's dig it all back up again and have a quick look. So it is firing. They're going down the water stream. Let's follow the water. Oh, they're pooling here. I've got water flowing in both directions. That's why they're just getting stuck here. Right, I need a sign to go above this sign. Right. Oh, that might work. They can still get under that, right? Oh, come on, get out. There we go. Let's go and have a quick look. Yeah, that looks promising. Does it? Am I dreaming here, or? Yeah, look at them flowing along. Brilliant. Let's follow these along, and they should pop out the end. Oh, I might need to put another water source there, but yes. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, I'm worried they're going to get stuck on the end there, so I think I'll stick another water source in there. Yeah, I've got slabs and I've got a water bucket. Awesome. Pop you there, and you there. Look at them flying in there. Oh, that's wonderful. Love it. I've done an initial hookup of the iron farm as well. And I love the way that this comes in at different levels. That's pretty cool, actually. So if I just pop out here. Oh, cool. Oh, I've got to get rid of these chests. That's going to be difficult. It's going to drop stuff all over the place. I was going to do this bit off camera, but look at all of this stuff that's just I've got to now put into chests. Oh, it's everywhere. That took ages to sort all of that out. Right, get the water streams in place. Slab here. And once I've hooked this up, I'll get to work on the hooking up the mob farm. That'd be pretty cool. And I'm just waiting for an iron golem to spawn so that we can actually, there we go, so that we can actually test this. When he dies, we should see his iron and poppies spurt out of this dropper. So, sorry you had to die for this experiment, sir, but it's all necessary in the name of science. There we go. Brilliant. So that should follow all the way through and drop down here, we hope. Yep, there we go. Nice. Brilliant. And there's some melons as well. Progress update for the gunpowder farm. I've got the water stream in place. Well, nearly. Now I've got the water stream in place. And that should push them up there. I've got that other item elevator in place as well. I'm going to just extend this to make sure it does actually reach the end. Have I got another water bucket on me? Yes, cool. Brilliant. So that goes all the way to the end there as well, and then that should push all the items up into the top water stream and then across into that silo type thingy majig. What's it? Let me just cover this up so that we don't lose any drops. Awesome. Nice. Oh, put that. There we go. That should start firing things out from the top. Let's just pop up and have a quick look. Can't really see from here. Yeah, look at that. There they go. Might need to block that top off as well, just to stop them from getting stuck on the sides. But alright. I need to finish off the water streams up here. Nonetheless, it is working, and these water streams aren't too difficult to fix anyway. Let's have a quick nose in here. Oh, that's looking good. That's looking good. That's looking good. Oh, we're doing well. Alright, that could be better. That we'll fix in a minute. What's going to go in here? Oh, gunpowder. Yeah, we need more gunpowder. That creeper farm isn't as effective as I was hoping it might be. Oh, there is gunpowder coming in though. Maybe it will fill up. Not that one. That one. Come on, it'd be nice to see some gunpowder coming through, wouldn't it? Come on, gunpowder. Yeah, there we go. Alright. I think we can call that a success. I think that's working. Let's get to work on the bamboo farm then. I know it's not good form to speak too highly of your own builds, but this looks so cool. Oh, I love the arms coming into it at different levels. That's really awesome. Oh, I'm so proud of this. So I've built the tower for the item elevator for the bamboo farm. I just need to put the water sources in place. I need to kelp that up in a second. Yeah, and then that one should flow to the end. Brilliant. Oh, look at this. It's working already. I'm going to have so much bamboo on me by the end of this, aren't I? Ready? Whoosh! Yeah! Brilliant! And that'll all start making its way into the item sorter. Again, I need to cover the top of this so that we don't get them stuck on the... Oh, something's dying over there, giving us a bit of a show. Yeah, I'll cover this up so that these items don't get stuck on the side. But all in all, that is actually functioning. That's looking good. I love that green. I really love that green. And then something else terrible happened. I don't understand the mechanics of flying machines well enough to be able to say exactly what, but something has gone wrong here. There probably should be a bit of redstone on this spot here, so let me get that in. Please be an easy fix. I don't know how to fix this. Oh, I was hoping that was going to work. Alright, I think this is just going to be a trial and error job. If I update this observer? Nope. What if I update this observer? Nope. Maybe if I put this glazed terracotta here, and then do I need to move the rest over? Maybe? Please? No. I ended up rebuilding it one block at a time. I've only gone and done it. After an hour of playing around, I've only gone and done it. I had to rebuild the whole thing, but it's working. Let's just hope that it comes back. And we should start to see the bamboo going up this item elevator any second now, fingers crossed. Oh, it's very satisfying to watch. Let's see. Go on, you can do it. There we go. We have items. So I've just been clearing out the chests that were originally here, loading them up into this and loading them up into the front, and it occurs to me that we don't have enough storage. Like we don't have anywhere near enough storage, at least not for the bamboo anyway. So yeah, that needs some work. It's a problem. It's a good problem to have, but it's a problem nonetheless. I need to fix it by expanding the storage system a little bit. I think hopefully that won't take too long, because most of the work is done. I just need to put some chests in underneath, which means digging out some of this area, and maybe another 3 rows of chests should do it, I suppose. It is an industrial storage system after all. I got distracted. This is super cool to watch. Oh, that's so cool. So the space for the chests is dug out, and I'm just putting in the wooden pillars, stripping them down. This is just a common theme with my builds, isn't it? running out of supplies. I thought I had enough chests, but I don't. I gathered the wood that I needed off camera, and yeah, I've put in all the chests, just putting in the rest of this flooring here, and then I think I'll extend those stairs down. Oh, I've got no slabs. Why do I always run out of resources? I wish I was recording, but there was a lightning strike, then there were the horsemen of the apocalypse, and I managed to grab all their skelly horses. Progress update, the stairs are in place. I've put all the hoppers behind all of the chests, and these should start filling up fairly soon with all the items from the industrial farms that we've got around here. There we go. Some string, okay. Yeah, that's working. It's doing exactly what we wanted it to do. What about the iron? Yeah, I've still got some up in this chest, I think. Yep, brilliant. And that's not bad going as far as an episode goes, I think. We've built this storage system, pulled it all together, all of the industrial farms are linked. I'm pretty happy with the build. So yeah, that's all that we've got time for, but thanks ever so much for watching. It's been a very fun episode to record and to edit. I'm pleased with the progress that we've made. Keep an eye out for the next episode. I want to make use of the slime balls that we have and maybe build another shop. For now, I think I'm going to AFK in this area, see if I can get the gunpowder farm going a bit more, and build up our stocks for that so that we can restock the rocket shop that we built in the last episode. And I try not to make a habit of this, but if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. It really helps me out so much, not just in terms of getting more views on the episodes that I make, but also in terms of getting a better understanding of what sort of episodes are working, which episodes maybe aren't working as well as others. And obviously, if you really loved it, please do subscribe. You can always unsubscribe later. But for now, that's me done. I'm out. See ya.